Actually, Necromancy and Emrakul don't play as well together as I thought, because if you play it with Flash, you have to sacrifice it at the beginning of the next cleanup step, which means there's basically no way to cheat it into play and actually attack with it unless you can give it haste somehow, which we cannot. So Emrakul is pretty much just on the sneak attack only plan, which is ambitious, but we do have some tutoring, so we'll see about that. And we'll see if our opponent shows up. He's got an 81 card deck, so there's a decent chance he might take a while here. Alright, so our opponent showed up. He's got the he's pissed off in the chat. This is an interesting hand. We're gonna go ahead and keep it. It's a little bit awkward. Since we're on the draw, we can't, if we play the Canarium, we'd be forced to discard, which we might want to do with this deck. But we don't have a great thing to reanimate at this point, nor a way to do it, so that makes it a little bit awkward. So we'll see how this goes. We do want to draw a fourth land, although this is kind of also the fourth land. This is the third and fourth land, because it taps for 2, obviously. And actually, I forgot, these guys are a way to abuse the Ral Zarek ability. So we could maybe cast Emrakul with like whatever, 11 lands instead of 15. Well, that's still pretty optimistic. We do have the sneak attack in the Liliana, so we can shenanigan it up and see what we draw here. Upkeep, stop. What's the card? Okay, that's a fine little card. So do want to get a second black source, but I kind of want to get the first blue source too. Like, it's going to be a lot easier to do that. So I think I'm going to put out the Bloodstained Mire and get the Steam Vent. Is what we're going to go for. Also, that gives us a chance to sneak attack and play sneak attack and do it at the same time. And we will not pay 2 life. We got a lot of red sources. Guess we should put in a white source into play. So I guess we can't play Vindicate next turn either way. Rishadan Port might also be a pretty good option here. Just prevent him from doing anything. I think actually we'll just go with the plains. Like, we can't tap down his second color or other color, whatever. Maybe he's just the mono black deck, I don't know. Yeah, not having an untapped black source is a little sketchy here. But we could draw one. I do have 10 black sources in the deck, or there's 9 left now. Only one of the other ones will definitely come into play tapped. Well, that's kind of annoying. Looks like this might not do a whole lot. I'm glad he didn't do that to that, though. That would set us way, way back. In fact, we might just be cutting both of these bounce lands on the next thing. So prediction here is we draw Gifts Ungiven. Also, I'm pretty gonna predict on the game we go deep into a game 3 and he times out. But that is neither here nor there. Alright. What do we draw? Godless Shrine. I think that's probably what we want to play here. Like doesn't look like he's particularly looking to play something, so Rishadan Port doesn't do that much. Could potentially Shriekmaw something with the evoke cost. Non-artifact, non-black creature. That doesn't sound like fun. Alright, so do have the lands for Liliana. Yeah, this is not terribly exciting start to the game, but it'll get interesting eventually, probably. Oh, Rakdos Canarium is just kind of annoying. Going to play. This is a sorcery, but whatever. So double black we can get to without having to do any of that, and double white is not an issue. Alright, so I'm just going to play the Rishadan Port and tap down one of his swamps in his upkeep. Port. Shot is the gateway to free trade, but the key will cost you. Freedom isn't free. Oh, I'm going to edit some of this out for you. Alright, so tap that down. I forgot we couldn't even use Vindicate to destroy a land if we so desire. But we wouldn't want to do it with, you know, him having triple swamps out there. So Mr. Bojangles is having some issues today. So let's go Swamp Mountain. It seems pretty nice. I think we're just gonna go ahead and run out the sneak attack. He might counter it, but that's fine because we actually can't do anything with it right now. So just gonna run it out. Oh yeah, I actually needed the red source for that. Well, I could use the Battlefield Forge. And it resolves. So, come on, Emrakul. So we have a 1 in 27 chance of drawing Emrakul. We can put it on top of our library. Oh, Emrakul, you're so much fun. Let's do it. You and me, buddy. You and me. Mox is acceptable. No, he's got a lot of mana. Stuff can start happening now. Buried Alive. Okay. So, as long as what he plays isn't hexproof, we can do some stuff about it. Elesh Norn. Puts that into his graveyard? He might just be trying to thin out his deck. So, We could kill Elesh Norn with the Shriekmaw, but it would kill our Shriekmaw. But that might be a good idea since he's apparently base black. Alright, so in this spot, guess I'm going to just try and run out Liliana Vess and put it together. Force him to discard something. And hopefully he doesn't... Yeah, Elesh Norn's not going to do that much for him right now. So... Yep, you have double black. Actually, I guess we should just minus her right now. He probably doesn't have any way to deal with the sneak attack. He doesn't have any way to put pressure on her right now either, so I think just, yeah, should just go down with her if it resolves. So it's going to be... Oh, he lost connection, came back. Okay. It's going to be frustrating if I don't even get the chance to Emrakul. Yeah. The holidays are such a joyful time of year. Alright, so what's going on here? Here's Downfall. Okay. So this is a 5 mana, whatever. Emrakul. Yeah, so he might not even be out of this. Even if I do sneak attack, I don't have much to follow up with it, so. Good thing I went ahead and went down with it. So Annihilator 6. No! The Emrakul was coming. Alright. So I think I'm actually going to cut the Rakdos Cranarium for just a simple swamp. Could actually just run a blue source. We had some trouble with blue there, but that was because he did hit us with a little bit of land destruction. But whatever. Yeah, alright, sure. And actually put in a Sundering Titan for Shriekmaw, since it looked like he was kind of in our colors. The Sundering Titan is comes into playability, is more relevant, and also if he's black based, the Shriekmaw is not going to be nearly as effective. So. I think this is fine. We've got turn 1 land tax. So. Can't be that bad. Also, yep. So we can use the land tax ability, and then we'll be able to discard like this guy, which seems like a good idea with necromancy. Oh, that's not fair. Opponent controls more lands than... Okay, so he just got... I forgot about this. Yeah. Having these is good with those. And then we drew that. So we can just pass the turn and force him to let us land tax, or we can go ahead and cast the caves. And Wall of Omens, draw a card. I think that's fine. Yeah, we get to draw a card. I'm in favor of drawing cards. And we get a fetch land. So that's good. Skull Clamp. Interesting. This is pretty broken, but you have to you have to work to break it. As tempting as it is to try and do some land tax, like we've got up to 4 lands, and we can do some pretty gnarly things with that. So we're just gonna go ahead and do that, I think. Alright, so what do we want to search up with that? I think, oops, we need to get an island of some sort, so we can get that, and I think that's actually the only target, so it should be a 3rd, right? That one. Yeah, this thing's, I can't believe they printed this. This was stupid. So I was hearing somebody said that apparently they made a last-second change in development. It was supposed to cost three to cast and 2 to equip, which, like, I'm sure you could definitely take advantage of it, but you can't break it so much. Jeez, this guy just hates our land tax. But he's not really doing anything, so. Yep. So our options are Steam Vents, Island, Godless Shrine, Swamp Mountain. I think we definitely need to get a blue source. Could even just go ahead and get the Island, just because it's non-basic. And we've got another red source here. Oh yeah, we got a way to get a red source there, so we'll do that. Don't think there's any way you can use those lands to cheat with that, so so I think we just go ahead and run out Ral Zarek or Sneak Attack. Probably the Ral Zarek lets us kind of ramp some stuff up. I think we get the Badlands here. Yeah, Badlands. Reds, colorless. So we're just going to go plus on this and untap our Swamp Mountain. Or let's just untap that. It doesn't matter. We're not going to be doing anything here, but. He's got Swamp Walk. That's nice. It might have been correct to run up the Sneak Attack, but we can cast Sneak Attack and activate it in the same turn with Ral Zarek. So do that after Liliana does some shenanigans. Okay, Mox it is. Frost Daddy. Counter that spell or ability must controller piece 2. And what's he going to tap down? Probably the Badlands. Seems like the right move. getting of your upkeep, so I don't think we can shenanigan that up with sneak attack. I mean, so I don't know what we want to do here. Tap target permanent, then untap another. I mean, we can just do that and go ahead and cast Liliana. And then minus, I guess. That's not really going to do anything. Maybe we plus it and then tap it. Okay, so we can tap down that. Oh, I just want an Emrakul. So, yeah, we're gonna plus and tap that, untap that. Gonna go ahead and minus and get that Emrakul. Where, oh where art thou, Emrakul? Okay, there you are. See where he goes with this Frost Daddy. Let's see, if we drew a regular land and he wasn't tapping down one of our guys, we could just hard cast him with the help of old Ral Zarek here. I think, like, if we don't just actually win, we're probably just going to win on time. He's only got 5 minutes left. This game is not really close to ending, as it appears. There are some crazy things that happen in Cube, so that might just be false. But I've got 2 Planeswalkers he's kind of got to deal with. He's probably going to tap down the Wall of Omens here so we can actually get through. Yeah. So he is actually attacking Liliana. That's alright. Yeah, it is a little bit risky here, because if this sneak attack does not resolve, things are going to kind of not be fun. But what are you going to do? Whatever shall we do? Wherever shall we go? Equip. Sure. Alright, so I think I want to go ahead and use Ral Zarek's ability right now. Yep. Tap that, untap that. Did not fault the man in response. That makes me happy. Sneak attack. Resolves. Excellent. Yes, I want to use the ability. Let me attack, let me attack. Oh, that is nice. That is nice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has to sacrifice all but one of his permanents. So probably he'll keep like one of the lands. I mean, this is pretty gnarly. Pretty gnarly stuff right here. But I mean, this happens in Cube, and especially if you cast 2 real spells by turn 6 or whatever we're on. Yeah. He does have a big Frost Daddy though. So his goal is just to get that all the way. Go all the way with Frost Daddy. We already did that. Okay. Land tax is not a card in this situation. And he can't even kill Ral Zarek with one shot. He's tapping down that, okay. And he's attacking Ral. Did I not play? Whatever. I think in this situation we're just going to go for the win. We're just going to play him. So, tap that, untap that. And, like, okay. Alright, so, yeah, that was some fun stuff. We get to sneak and show out Emrakul, which is fun for those of us who don't have whatever. But alright, so see you in round 2.